Hello guys, welcome back. As you know, I usually give you my top 5s, but today I'm feeling particularly generous and I'm going to give you 10. 10 shock international upsets of 2022. Saudi Arabia 2, Argentina 1. Yes, where better place to start than Saudi Arabia 2, Argentina 1. After finding themselves 1-0 down at half time, manager Renard gave a really motivating speech demanding more fight, and boy did they deliver. 2 goals in 5 minutes followed by resolute defending saw them to victory. The football world was in shock. Saudi Arabia held a national holiday the following day, but unfortunately they were still knocked out of the group stage after losing to Poland and Mexico. As for Argentina, Italy 0, North Macedonia 1. Italy finished second in their qualifying group behind Switzerland, meaning they had to settle for a playoff place against North Macedonia. No problem, right? Well, after dominating the possession and registering 30 shots, it was actually Dragowski Alexander who scored a 92nd minute winner for North Macedonia, eliminating any chance of the Euro 2020 winners going to Qatar. Brazil 0, Cameroon 1. Back to the World Cup and the final game of Group G. Brazil were already through, but Cameroon needed a win and a draw in the other tie between Serbia and Switzerland to go through. Cameroon managed to do their part when Vincent Boukaka scored a 92nd minute header, getting sent off for his celebration in the process. Unfortunately for Cameroon, despite a back and forth game, Switzerland won 3-2 and qualified. Disappointing for Cameroon, but they are now the only African nation to beat Brazil at the World Cup. Morocco 2, Belgium 0. The first of their giant killings, Morocco faced group favourites Belgium in the second group game and beat them 2-0 with 2 second half goals. Despite Belgium having more of the possession and 10 shots, Morocco looked comfortable throughout the game, defending well and getting forward in numbers on the counter. The win put them in a strong position to qualify for their group, which of course they did, winning 2-1 over Canada, and they then beat Spain on penalties to make it to the quarterfinals. Speaking of which, Morocco 1, Portugal 0. Yes, going into this one unbeaten despite playing Croatia, Belgium and Spain, many thought this would be a step too far for Morocco, but they did it again. Once again with their formula of solid defence and quick counter-attacking. I think what makes this one even more impressive is that Portugal put 6 past Switzerland in their previous game and looked so confident going into it. Morocco took the lead for a header from En-Nesyri before half-time and could have scored more. They withstood a barrage from the Portuguese and got through to the semi-finals, where they were knocked out by France. But they are the first African team to reach the semis of a World Cup, which is something to be very proud of. Ghana 2, Comoros 3. Over to Africa and the AFCON, which took place in January of 2022. By far the biggest shock was the underdogs Comoros beating 4-time winners Ghana 3-2 in the group stages. Made up of 3 islands off the coast of North Mozambique, this was the first major tournament since becoming a FIFA member in 2005, and the results saw them get out the group at the expense of Ghana, who finished bottom. Although Comoros were knocked out in the last 16, they went home very happy, having achieved more than they would have expected from the tournament. South Korea 2, Portugal 1. Portugal again, this time losing in their group stage game against South Korea 2-1. A late goal from Hwang Hee-chan sealed South Korea's place in the knockouts, and no one would have been more shocked than Uruguay, who for over an hour looked like they were comfortably going through, but went out due to scoring less goals than South Korea in the group stages. Unfortunately, South Korea did crash out of the last 16, losing 4-1 to Brazil, a game which Roy Keane likened to Strictly Come Dancing. But nonetheless, the win against Portugal was one of 2022's great World Cup shocks. Japan 2, Germany 1. Going into the World Cup, there would have been few people that gave Japan a chance. They were in the group of death against Germany and Spain, who were favourites to go through. Well, no problem for the Japanese. In their opening game, they came back from a goal down to beat Germany 2-1. During the game, Germany appeared to show a lack of respect towards them, with Rudiger's galloping and their lethargic attacking, making it seem like they thought 1-0 was enough to win the game. Substitutions played a key part in this one, with goals coming from Ritsu Duan and Takuma Asano, both who came on in the second half and added energy and a direct approach to Japan's style. Up next was Spain, which leads us to Japan 2, Spain 1. Yes, Japan did it again, going 1-0 down after 11 minutes only to come back in the second half and win 2-1. Ritsu Doan came on as a sub in the second half and once again made an immediate impact, scoring in the 48th minute. Then the winner came quite controversially, where the ball appeared to have crossed the line for a goal kick, but VAR ruled that this wasn't the case, though they didn't show the overhead angle which they used to determine this. Spain were unable to get back in it, though both teams went through, sending Germany and Costa Rica home. Frank Lampard would have loved that. Speaking of England 0, Hungary 4. In the Nations League, Hungary picked up an historic win over England, handing them their worst home defeat since 1928. Hungary were well organised and clinical, whilst England lacked creativity and confidence. John Stones was sent off late on, but England were already 3-0 down at that stage. Hungary finished second in the Nations League group, whilst England were relegated to the B tier. And there you have it. 10 of the biggest international football shocks in 2022. Let me know if I missed any. Let me know which one you were most shocked by. Like, subscribe and comment, and I'll speak to you soon.